It's a new day, yes it is, but according to Kofi Kingston, it might not only be a new day, there might be a new Intercontinental Champion in 2023, and he thinks that person could be Rhea Ripley. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here. Had to make a video on this latest, not announcement, but it's just like a fact, a statement, that, an opinion, let's say, from Kofi Kingston, and he thinks that there could be a new IC champion in the form of Rhea Ripley. I certainly don't agree with him. I'll give my opinion on my thoughts after we hear what Kingston had to say. But yeah, he's not the only person to say this, in fairness. Bully Ray, about a month ago, also came out and says that Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair should be in the mid-card title mix for WWE, so he was referring to both the IC and United States Championship. Kofi Kingston is being a little bit more specific by mentioning the IC belt, but then again, of course, Rhea Ripley is on Raw, so if she was going to challenge for any belt, it would make sense to be the Intercontinental Championship. But this is what Kofi Kingston had to say. So he was like asked in a video, I'm not too sure, I think it was like a video on WWE or something like that. He was asked about his predictions and what his standout predictions are for 2023. And one of them was that he thinks Rhea Ripley will capture the Intercontinental title similar to how China did back in the Attitude Era. This is what Kofi Kingston had to say, and I quote, "I'm going to put Rhea Ripley in the mix, and the most surprising thing that will happen this year is that Rhea will win the Intercontinental Championship or United States Championship." End of quote. So I was wrong. He did mention the United States Championship as well. So he's covering both titles. Thoughts on that?
Well, he's just covering both mid-card titles at the end of the day, but I don't see it happening. I think
he's covering his ass in person. I think he's been woke.
You know why it's not going to happen? Because like we've just talked about in loads of vids in the past couple of months, the men can't fight the women unless it's like a wimpy man like Tozawa.
Yeah, there's a difference between Rhea Ripley, right, beating up Tozawa, and Rhea Ripley taking on Gunther, and Gunther standing there and doing nothing and letting Rhea Ripley take away his IC belt.
And his fucking masculinity.
You know what I mean? The Rhea Ripley beating Tozawa in a throwaway match that means nothing, that's one thing. But on what planet can you see Rhea Ripley standing so Rhea Ripley's going to just try and take away Gunther's IC belt, and Gunther's just going to stand there and be like, "Aye, this ring is sacred, I don't wrestle women, take my belt." I mean, really, is that...
Take my belt. In Eastern Europe, you wash dishes. Here, you win title, my friend.
Me back to Eastern Europe.
You wash cars. You wash dishes.
You know what I mean? No, it's like, how could it even work? It's different between Rhea Ripley beating up some wee midget that belongs in the cruiserweight. 205 Live, 105 Live, for God's sake, man. The guy's like a twig. But there's a difference between Rhea Ripley, right, beating up a guy that A, isn't defending himself, and B, isn't trying to hit any sort of offensive move. If Rhea Ripley was to take on Gunther, how would that match even happen? Gunther's not just going to stand there and have a comedy match and lose his IC belt.
Yeah, exactly. But again, it goes for whoever's got the US title, if it's Rollins or Theory. Lashley. Look at the size of the guy.
I mean, come on. Are we supposed to believe that Rhea Ripley could beat Bobby Lashley?
Oh, it's garbage. It is garbage. Honestly. She shouldn't win hee-haw, right? I was going to say keep doing what she's doing, but what she's doing is awful. Fucking get her in the bin.
I'm sick of this.
Give Dominic the time.
Yeah, if anyone should be mid-card champion, I would put the belt on Dominic Mysterio. I mean, this guy has improved so much in the last couple of months since joining up with the Judgment Day. It's the best decision they've made in Dominic's career. The guy was pretty much unwatchable, teaming up with Ray, but now that he's in Judgment Day, he's beginning to find more of a character. He's coming out his shell, personality's growing. For me, Dominic is the star of the Judgment Day. It's certainly not Rhea Ripley. She certainly shouldn't be around the mid-card titles. Her beating Tozawa in an intergender match is one thing, but really, if she goes and... I don't know. It just shouldn't happen. I mean, Kofi Kingston also went on to say how about she's beating up men left, right, and centre. But again, we have to take it back to the point that we were making. She's beating up men that aren't defending themselves. She's attacking men from behind. She's suplexing Gallows when he can't do anything. She's beating up Tosawa when he can't do anything. She's getting involved on the outside. She's attacking Edge from behind when Edge can't do anything. Look, how are we supposed to believe she can do that to a guy that is standing across the ring for her one-on-one trying to defend his IC title? Now, unless they want to completely bury whoever the current champ is when she faces it, it would be a disaster.
Exactly. I don't even know how they're going to do it. Like, what? How can it go from years of they can't have any contact to all of a sudden you can have a match with full contact?
I would say Triple H. I'd say his big nose is involved. Of course it is. Right. Might not be involved much longer, but...
Nah, man. See if the Saudis get involved, Rhea Ripley's going back to developmental.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't think you wouldn't see Rhea Ripley beating a Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel, like, that's for sure.
Nope.
He certainly wouldn't.
No, she won't be out in the arena, dressed up in a bin bag.
I tell you what, she won't be beating any of the men on our channel, Fog Wrestling, the place keeping wrestling real. Wrestling for men. Anyway, that's it. Rhea Ripley. Let us know, guys, down below. Do you want to see her become the Intercontinental? I don't even want to see her become the women's champ, never mind. Hold a male belt. For me, it's a big no-no for me. A big no-no for me.
Massive no-no for me.
I just don't... Like, why can't she just be a dominant, bigger woman in the women's division? Why does she have to... Why? I don't see why she has to be pushed into the men's division. I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
Because the women's division's shite.
She's put a lot of muscle on, I get that, but it's not like she's the biggest woman we've ever seen in wrestling before.
Yeah, it's not even... I mean, it is muscle.
I don't even think you can...
She's not got... It's like... She's just got the shoulders of a man.
A lot of people saying she is a man, but that's a video for another day. We're going to end this one here, guys, before we get cancelled. I'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, though, thanks for watching. We've been Fog Wrestling. Hopefully, Rhea Ripley keeps her hands away from the IC and US titles, and we'll see you down the road. But until next time, peace.